All right, here we go again. Um, this is the old gauntlet pattern that I had, and I told you I was going to change the sizes out on it a little bit. And I'm going to leave this one on the screen here for just a second. So again, if you want to get your measurements, get the measurements off this, you can. But here's the one that I replaced it with. Oops, there we go. Put it there like that. And as you can see, it's a little bit larger. And again, I'll leave that up there so you can get the measurements. And this is roughly, let me see if I can find it. This is roughly what it's going to look like when it's done. Now I've glued this, like I said, I've glued this one up. And let me show you a little detail on some of the things that I've done here. Got the Gorilla Glue in here, and that's curing nicely. What you see here are a couple of strips of Velcro. And what I did was, here you can probably see it a little better on this side. What I did was I cut a slit. Now that's not going to work too well. Here, let's go with this piece and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I cut a slit in the edge of the foam, right there. And then on the top of the foam, I cut another shallow slit, and I think you can just see that. And then I actually fed the Velcro strip through that slit, so it comes up like that. So you can see what we got here. And then what I did was I actually, this area right here, where you can see the Gorilla Tape on, I actually hollowed it out a little bit. And put a nice blob of Gorilla Glue down in there, put the Velcro on top of that, and then on top of that, I put the Gorilla Tape to act as a clamp. Now, it's going to take some time to cure, but once it's done that, it's going to give me a nice strong bond, and that Velcro is not going to pull away. What will happen again, of course, is the, let's see if I can show it here to you here. I'm not sure how the lighting is going to work out on this, but there you go. Wrist is going to go in there. Velcro straps are just going to pull the gauntlet snug up around my wrist. So anyway, that's what we got there. And again, there's... Okay. So anyway, there's the gauntlet piece. So now this large flat piece I just showed you is the bicep piece. And here is the template for the bicep piece. And this section right here, you want to have matched up in size with the gauntlet piece, like that. Okay, and again, you can see everything that's going on with the bicep piece here. Now, real quick, a couple things I've got on the bicep piece. This dash line here, that's a detail line, and again, I cut that using the Dremel tool, using the technique I showed you in the straight and narrow video. This, however, that's a heavy detail line, and I cut that with a slightly larger sanding piece. And let's go dig in through the Dremel box here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And let's see, where did I put it? Oh, I think I left it in the Dremel tool. Oh, yeah, I sure did. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. Slightly larger piece, and it gave me these nice wide detail lines, like you can see right there. Sorry about the lighting. Again, it's night here, and I've got one overhead fluorescent light going here. So there you go. So that's what that's going to look like. Now, next thing that's going on is this bad boy. This is a heat gun, Wagner heat gun. I think I got this for like 12, 15 bucks at a hardware store. It's great for this stuff because what you want to do is you want to take it and you want to use it to heat up your foam, and then once you've done that, you can bend it. Now, just as a word of caution, use a scrap piece and test out your technique a little bit. As the heat gun starts working, it's going to actually, you'll see it actually start to the foam actually start to change color very, very slightly. But if you leave it in one place too long, again, that's probably a pretty good shot there, it's going to start to char. You don't want the charring, at least not where you can see it. Now, on the other hand, the hotter the foam gets, the easier it is going to be to bend. And then once it cools off, it's going to hold its position. It's going to hold its shape better. But if you overheat it, you're going to get that charring, and that's not going to look good. So what you basically have to do is heat it up. And what you want to do is, this is another bicep piece here. What you want to do is you want to heat it up on the inside. and get it nice hot to the touch. Come to the outside, heat it up just slightly on the outside. Go back to the inside, heat it up some more, and then bend it into shape. And as you can see here, well, maybe not. And as you can see here, that's what we're looking at. Okay, this is again the bicep piece. This is the one I've actually curved. You want to over bend your curve slightly. When you do that, what will happen is as the foam relaxes from the wherever you bend it, whatever shape you bend it into, the foam will actually pop back out and be a little will come not as tight a curve as what you had there. Again, that depends on how much you heat it, because as you see here, this is holding a very, very tight curve, but again, it is charred and not looking too good. So I'll leave that one up to you. Now, what I've done here with the bicep as well, these straps, these are actually a bit of elastic fabric, and let's see if I can stretch that for you. There you go. And what I did was, this is 2 inches wide. I just cut it in half, cut some long strips, cut the slits in the foam rubber like I told you. And what I'm going to eventually end up doing, yeah, I don't know how well this is going to show. What I'm going to eventually end up doing is attaching this in here after the glue dries, and that's actually going to give the bicep a little bit of give as I flex my upper arm. If it's locked into position and it can't move, you're not going to be able to bend your arm, which means you're not going to be able to raise a bottle of water up to your mouth when you're dying of thirst. So there's that. Anyway, I'll get back with you on how well all this works out. Hopefully I can get it. Hopefully I can get a test fit done here pretty soon. I can show you how the arm pieces are supposed to look. So with that, I think that's it. If you have any questions, give me a shout, and I think I'm gonna go see what my wife is screaming about. Bye.